Mo, I've not gone anywhere. I'm still here. So I did some baking today. Hello, today's Tuesday, and I've made this interesting monstrosity. I kind of made an error. I cheated because I got like a whole ready-made like flan cake. It's a cornflake tart. I should probably point that out. That's probably relevant to the details of this video. And yeah, basically, this isn't making any sense. I've not slept much. So I made a cornflake tart. Yay! And it's not a looker, but I'm imagining it's going to be pretty good in my mouth. Sort of like. So today I'm on my way to work. It's going to be like 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm not got a lot to report at the minute. I'm going to grab breakfast en route, and then I've got to do some stock counts, and that's about it. I've done the banking this week, so that's sorted. I just need to get my morning started basically, and then it's my last morning for the week, and then I'm on 2 closes. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, so that's not going to be so much fun. Did it work? Now I'm off to the post office because there's a parcel that's come for me apparently, and I can't think of anything that I've ordered apart from one thing. But I asked for it to be ordered, like delivered to the pub, so it's probably not that. So I can't think what this is, but we're gonna find out. So yeah, it was a letter. It's just a letter that needed signed for. So I'm really glad that I spent an hour doing that. But while I was out, I got some stuff for dinner, and I also picked up one of these. I meant to get one of these earlier. It's the Red Nose Day like mug, and it's like £3. But I really quite like it. I'm not going to do like a review of it now, but I mean, you know, it's another £1.50 to charity, so that's good at least. And again, I've not recorded much this week, so I thought I'd do like a bit of the catch up while I've got sort of the afternoon to myself and talk about sort of what it is I've been doing both at work and in sort of life in general in the last few days. So work-wise, I've been doing mornings for the last few days, and there's some extra work that we have to do in the mornings at the minute where we have to do a very specific stock count every morning. Now, when I was working at the Bobbin, we would do stock counts every Monday, and we would count everything that was in the building. So you would count all your vodkas, all your rums, all your beers, ciders, everything. And this process took a few hours because it's quite time consuming. Because obviously, as you're counting things, you could miss things, or there might be something that's been moved or something like that. So what normally happens is you do the counts, and then you get what's called a variance report. And then it basically says, okay, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look right. And it normally shows that as both a difference in the count that it's expecting against your count, and also the value of that difference. So if it's in brackets or it has a negative, then it means that you're missing stuff. If it's in a positive, then it means that miraculously you have more stuff than you should do. We have this weird thing at work now where they've said that we have a 0 tolerance for wastage on our drink stock, which, if you've ever worked in a pub, that doesn't make sense. So I can only assume that this rule has been made up by some accountant somewhere who has never actually worked at the stick. Accidents do happen. You do get it where some, for want of a better way of putting it, some wanker comes over and goes, oh, I don't like that, I'm not paying for it, or something like that. You know, it's not your fault, you give them what you wanted. You might have poured it perfectly as well, but they're just like, lah. You know, breakages do happen from time to time as well. One of my duty managers dropped a bottle of wine the other week. Wasn't angry, it does just happen. You know, it can be like you've gone to pick it up and you knock it against something and it falls out your hand. It happens. The only other thing that happened is that yesterday there was a crash in the kitchen. I don't mean like a car crash in the kitchen, I mean there was a crashing noise. And I went in and this fell off the washing machine. I just finished off, well, I didn't just finish off work, I was finished off a couple of hours ago, so had a fun Saturday night. I'm just on the sofa with some tea at the minute.
So last night when I got back home from work, I had a load of training courses, like online training courses, about things like how to work not slot machines, but like AWPs, like quiz machines and pool tables and stuff, and what to do in the event that a chair breaks and stuff. I wish I was kidding. So yeah, I spent like 2 hours going through all these really monotonous online training courses. But anyway, the main thing that I want to talk about that happened tonight was I am currently covered in cuts on both of my hands. My other hand, you probably can't even see this because it's really dark to the camera, but rest assured my hands are a mess at the minute. What happened to me essentially was we were on the bar, and it being Saturday, and like people being plentiful, we ended up selling the last of our bottle of Southern Comfort, and somebody wanted a Southern Comfort. So I was like, not a problem, we've got more through in the drink store, I will go and get that for you. So I went to go and get it, and I got it, and on my return journey, and I don't know what happened, I don't think I slipped or tripped on anything, I just sort of went over. I just went with the bottle in my hand, and that shattered everywhere. So I was lying on the cellar floor, covered in glass, crappy booze, and quite a bit of blood as well. And like there's a cut here on my finger, it's stopped now, but this was pissing blood for a while. Later on in the night actually as well, somebody at some point, and we don't know who, we don't know when, had decided to put 2 full cases of Fever Tree tonic water on top of a half-empty box of a different kind of tonic. And so the box collapsed, and this load of tonic waters flung themselves onto the cellar floor. So they weren't all destroyed, we lost about 5 of them, so we smashed a lot of stock tonight.
Okay, so today's Sunday and I've got work at 5, but before I head in, I need to go into town to grab a couple of things. I'm heading back to Manchester in a few days' time, and one of the things I need to do is actually go and collect my train tickets. I really kind of miss the days where you would just get it posted for free. They were good days. And I'm going to get something to eat en route because I forgot to buy anything for breakfast. Lunch got, now I'm just on my way to the train station. I'm actually at Waverley at the minute to grab my train tickets. And I'm a little bit worried that I've screwed up the dates I've asked off for versus the dates I've booked for. I think I've bumped it kind of one day the wrong way, so, well, we're going to find out.